Hey guys, what's up? It's Ella, and I'm here from my bedroom, and I'm not in here often, so yeah. And anyway, so in this video, I'm going to be saying what I think should be the Mets opening day lineup and rotation, and this is I'm saying this is what I think. And I know there are definitely many other ways it could be, but this is just how I'm putting it. And like if I had to think about this for a while because especially who should be lead off and stuff, and also I don't know, just ordering them wasn't as easy as it might sound, or it might not sound easy. I don't know. I've never done this before. And I've been waiting to do this the entire off season, but I couldn't in the beginning because I didn't know what moves they'd do. Because I would have put Bauer and Real Muto in it if I did in the beginning. And I probably should have done a expectations versus reality type of thing. I'll do it next year. But I'm super excited for this one because I've been waiting the entire off season. So it's building it up, I guess. I don't know. So I'll get into it. It's on my phone. I'm not just texting. Hold on. Snapchat. I'm joking. Okay, so lead off, I put Jeff Mcneil, and I put him lead off instead of Nimmo or Lindor because I figured that since he had the best batting average recently, he should probably be lead off. And I thought that because mostly it was because I wanted Dom to be in the first five, and if Nimmo was in the first five, then Dom couldn't be, because Dom or Alonso and Conforto, I felt like I couldn't see a way around it, because Conforto had such a good year last year, and I felt like he needed to be in the beginning of the lineup, and so did Alonso, because Alonso was the power hitter. He needs to be from 3 to 5. And Dom, needs to be in the top 5 too, because he can hit for power and average. So I figured it would be best to put Nimmo towards the end instead of throw off the entire thing. And then I put Lindor second because Lindor has more power than Mcneil. But so it would be just best if he's not first, because he would drive in more runs if he was second. He could still get on base if he was first, but you need someone to drive in the runs too. Third, I put Conforto because he can hit 30 home runs in a year, and he has. And then last year in the 60-game season, he hit 10, which would be a little over 30 in 162. I didn't do the math. Wait, what is it? Well, maybe a little under 30. I should have done them. Whatever. It'll be close to 30. So, guys, time to turn on British maths professor mode. So, basically, while I stopped the video, I did a proportion and algebra, and I subbed in, and I figured out that in 54 games, Michael Conforto hit 9 home runs. So, assuming he played 162 games, he would hit approximately, exactly, I think, assuming I did the math right, 27 home runs, which would be, it's maths, not math, which would be less than 30 home runs. Now, back to your paid programming. So, that was weird, but had to be done. So, yeah, power hitter, sometimes, so he could, drive in runs, bang, bang. I had too much energy. This is what I get when I have free time. So, fourth would be Pete Alonso, because he's a power hitter, and even with the slump, he's still a power hitter. He hit the most home runs on the Mets last year. He hit 16, and he would have gotten in the 40s in a regular season. I'm not doing the math for that one. Don't worry. No more British professor. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop, guys. Okay, so and he had that rookie year, you can't deny it. He can still hit home runs. So he's in the Grand Slam spot, because I forgot what it's actually called. So fifth, I think should be Dom Smith. So I'd say Dom Smith and Pete Alonso are pretty much interchangeable in the 4 and 5 spots. I think they can switch. I think Dom could be third, 4, 5, and I think Alonso could too. And I think that just in my lineup, fifth seemed like the best spot for him. But it's depends. It's any given day. It can be any spot. I just figured he can hit for power. He hit 10 home runs, and he also has a good average. But just Alonso hits more home runs, and Conforto has more history, so that's just why I did that. And then after this, it got a little more difficult. Not that it was ever easy, but yeah. So for 6, I put J.D. Davis because I figured that I should put him in front of Mccain and Nimmo just because he's the one who had the 300 batting average in 2019, and I figured I should put a little batting average above it. And it's not like he doesn't have power. In 2019, he hit 20 home runs. So I figured just that seemed like a good spot for him. And then 7th, I put James McCann. And nothing against Nimmo. I just figured if Nimmo's not first, he should be almost last. Because, I don't know, he doesn't have the best batting average. It's not bad. And he had a 280 in 2020, so that's good. And he's also not the biggest power hitter. But he could be. He could definitely be. He could be anywhere there. Well, maybe not actually, no, not 3rd, 4th, 5. Just because those are the power hitter spots, and he's just not a power hitter. But other than that, he could really be anywhere. So I put Nimmo after McCann just because I don't know. So McCann 6 because McCann has been progressively getting better each year, and he did 280 something batting average in 2020. So I figured that just makes the most sense. And then after that, Nimmo almost last, but not quite last. But he could still get on base before the people come next. And Nimmo could be last, honestly, because I know that's a strategy that you have one of your good on base players be last, and then the pitcher be 8th, just so you can have a good one at the end, and then the person first can build off of that. So actually, Nimmo could be last for sure, and then the pitcher 9th, but the pitcher could also be 8th. I don't know. So then the rotation. Let's play. Who do you think I put first? And if you are an actual Mets fan and you're not just watching this because I don't know, why else would you watch this? If you're a fan of baseball, I don't know. If you're actually a fan of baseball, then you would know that I'm being sarcastic and that Jacob deGrom is first because Jacob deGrom won 2 consecutive Cy Youngs in 2018 and 2019. He would have most likely won last year if it was a complete season. Sorry, Trevor Bauer. And if he also didn't get hurt a little bit last year and just have a bad last 2 starts. But other than that, he got 3rd. That's good. And so yeah, deGrom's obviously first. And yeah, unless you think he's just gonna suddenly fall off, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. And then 2nd, I put Carlos Carrasco because Carrasco had a 291 ERA 2020, and that's so good. And he came back from having cancer and stuff, and he's just such a good pitcher. Also, he's less of a wild card than Stroman, so I figured that just make the most sense. And then Stroman I put 3rd because he's kind of a wild card. He could have a 3 ERA, or he could have a 5 ERA, depends on his year. He had a really good outing at spring training today, but it's spring training, so I guess that doesn't really mean anything. So yeah, I put Stroman 3rd. Then I put Tai Hwan Walker, who we just recently got, and I don't think I put him in my most recent video, but I could have. I don't remember. But anyway, the Mets got him, and that's really cool. And so he can definitely be good, and he's got so much potential. He's never exactly had a great year, but he's not bad either. And he's a little bit risky, but I feel like he's not risky, though. Because he just, he hasn't unlocked his potential yet. And I think it would be cool if he unlocked it with the Mets. And then fifth, so Luis Rojas said that they could have a 6-man roster this year that would pretty much work around DeGrom, which I'm for, especially since, like, it would be like David Peterson could possibly be fifth, and he's never pitched more than a 60-game season, and Stroman is coming back from opting out last year. So I think that would be a good thing to do. Just like, I mean, DeGrom said that he started practicing earlier this year, so it's like he doesn't think that the shortened season set him back at all. So I think that would be good if they just did that and worked on DeGrom. Then I'd say fifth is David Peterson and sixth is Joey Lucchesi. But they could switch it around just because David Peterson has never pitched more than 60 games. No. Because he didn't pitch 60 games because he's a pitcher and pitchers go every fifth day. 60-game season. So, yeah. And, yeah. He was really good this year, though, like, especially since he's a rookie. And then when Syndergaard comes back, I guess Peterson or Lucchesi will have to, like, leave one of them. Or Syndergaard could just suck, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen because he's been doing really well in rehab, and that's good. And he pitched at spring training, like, not in the games so far, but, and he probably won't. But in, like, the training part. in, like, I don't know. But, he pitched, and he was there, and he had some beef with Bauer, part of it, like, with the laughing picture that was tweeted by the Mets, but let's not get into that. And then I was thinking, like, I would also say, like, who I think should be the closer, and I think unless he has gives us reason to not be the closer, I say Edwin Diaz. He was good in 2020, and he was an ace, he was nasty in 2018, and I think it would be, like, if he could live up to that, it would be good. And then if he just sucks and does 2019 and blows game after game after game and costs us the postseason, possibly the World Series while DeGrom's in his prime, and they have a really good team, I say just don't give him too much opportunity to fail. Like, if he's good, let him close. If he's bad, like, don't let him blow more than 3 games. Actually, 3's a lot. So just don't let him suck. And then if he fails, I say Seth Lugo is the closer. I know he's hurt, but he shouldn't miss more than, like, a few weeks at most. So, I say Lugo if Diaz just completely ruins that Cano-Diaz trade, which has already been mostly ruined, and makes us Mets fans force him to legally change his name to Ed Lose Diaz. Ha ha ha, pun. It's not funny. Okay, so bye. Bye.